the football. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 26. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Get out, get out. Here we go, 47. Gun. Gun. 26.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
26.
They get it to him running left, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first move on.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To throw on second down. Ford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big field, it's 1st and 10 from the 45.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Motion, I got one. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 1st and 10, Ford throwing deep for Galladay. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again. Ford forced out to his left, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Over. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit.
Operating from the gun. Ford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On 1st down, Ford steps away. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Ford. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd and 2. Ford. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. From the gun, Ford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin with a run by Smith. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
46. Gun.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
It's coming now. Here we go, 46. Done.
First down, Prescott. And his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
It's coming now. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. 4. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Prescott off play action. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
A toss play to Hunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 3rd down, 4. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Set! 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Get out, get out! Go 47! Hey,
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, 47! Here you go. 26!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Ford buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Leopard!
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To throw on second down. Ford dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down. Ford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Here we go. 47, 47. Hey, 47. Here we go. 48.
Second down, Prescott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
47. Here we go. 47, 47.
On first and 10, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz now to kick this one away. So here come the Lions now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On first down, Ford. James has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw on second down. Ford. And he will not make it back to the line of down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. he's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, 47. Here you go.
The pitch goes to Smith. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott now. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ford. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! I got 8!
Throwing on deep down the field. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on second down. Ford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to air one out. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. As he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
On 2nd down, here's Smith, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here you go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Over. Gun. Watch it now, Barney. Cut!
Operating from the gun. Ford. Whoosh. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Watch it now, Barney.
That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit! Over!
On first and 10. Ford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 24 yards out. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
There you go. 26.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st down, 4. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw again. 4. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on 3rd down. 4. This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he floats one there, incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over, over! Over, over!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Over, over! Over, over!
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down. Ford. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Off play action. Ford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Ford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Ford. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Coleman, 67 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd.
Here we go, 46.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
46. Go. Get out there. Gun. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
46.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A big seam, and he might go all the way. There, 105 yards, and the Lions add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches, or on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Here we go, 46.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And this is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there, get out there.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Detroit! Gun!
On first down, Ford. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on 2nd down. Ford. It's caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him out.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 39 that time. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Throwing, Prescott, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. They'll air this one toward Coleman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of him, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first 30.
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Lions, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.